2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports for myself, Kevin Harlan, and my broadcast partner, Steve Kerr. Kellogg, welcome everyone. He'll get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for San Antonio. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the 5. That 3 off the mark.
Tony Roden, an athletic slashing guard. He got the chance to play extensively last season with the Sixers, but the lack of refinement on his jumper made him more of a volume scorer.
Lays it up and banks it in. And so it's San Antonio with it. Green kicks to Duncan. Okafor with the steal. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Stauskas. Oh!
How about that basketball, man?
Wow. Well, that's the easiest opportunity an offense can get off a steal.
Exactly. No defense for that.
Green, no luck. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Now, here's Roden. He's covered closely. Snatched away. Covington passes to Okafor. Stauskas kicks to Roden. No good. Great D that time from Green. Here's Leonard. Here's Duncan. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Tell you what, he's not going to win any high jump competition, so it's a good thing he doesn't have to go too far to get to the rim.
I'm not sure he could, or any of us could slip a piece of paper under him when he takes off.
No, it doesn't matter much, though, Kevin, because he's such a big man. I mean, if he gets positioned, forget about it.
Covington with the bucket.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
A nice shot by Aldridge.
Maybe they're still working out the kinks defensively because that was a blatant mistake.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Roten dishes to Covington. Kicks it to Roten. And there's the pass to Stauskas. Now the feed to Roten. Lets the 3 fly, and he gets it to go. Roten's got 5 now.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to talk with Brett Brown for a moment. I asked him about how his team is going to handle the veterans of the Spurs, and he said there really isn't a whole lot that Duncan and them haven't seen, so you can't surprise them one way or another. Really, it comes down to us being as careful with the ball as they are and being efficient in our possessions. Sounds simple enough, gentlemen.
Thank you, Doris.
You know, the Sixers have really undergone a complete reversal in recent years from a team with a very old-school, traditional front office to a team that's now focused on the science and analytics of winning basketball. And quite honestly, guys, we're seeing more and more teams embrace the analytics side of things.
The drive by Green.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
Now, I'll tell you what, the refs will give you a lot more leeway on that than they used to.
Fades and shoots, and it's Okafor missing. And for the Sixers, their new stat-driven decision-making permeates the organization from ownership, Steve, to the front office, all the way down to the coaching staff.
Well, it's where the league seems to be going, Kevin. You know, teams are trying to think further ahead and see opportunities for strategic advantages. But look, it's still a balance. You've got to have chemistry and coaching, and those numbers will come in play. But they can't be the be-all, end-all. That is a tough layup with a guy right on him. Good defense, but better offense.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Roten putting up the numbers. He's already got 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
76ers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Pass to Stauskas. Here's Roten, and blocked. And they get it back. And the shot is good. Spurs trail by 4. It's Parker with the drive. Feeds it to Aldridge. Parker outside. Aldridge down low. Noel on him. A nice shot by Aldridge.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Philadelphia's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Leonard with the steal. Here's Parker. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The 76ers have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. That's good. Thompson's got his first 2 points. Spurs trail by 4. Outside Leonard. He kicks to Green. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Passes it to Leonard. Here's Duncan, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Great-looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the 76ers?
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Well, for Tim Duncan with age, the Spurs have looked to reduce his minutes load during the regular season. But when he's on the court, he remains as efficient as ever.
And here's Green outside, and he gets it to go. Green's got 7 points. Green's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. They set the pick. Cannon the pass to Noel. Duncan brings the double team. And Noel kicks to Cannon. And that one's good.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense. Just keep firing.
Now here's Leonard. Back to Green. Here's Aldridge. And another basket for San Antonio.
No doubt about it. LaMarcus Aldridge has the hot hand.
Aldridge has gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Cannon dishes to Thompson. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Stolen away. Now Grant. 1 second left. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, I'll tell you what, I like what I've seen from this club defensively. They're forcing a lot of turnovers with their quick hands and ability to play the passing lanes.
Well, you talk about quick hands, but I think it's the mindset of being aggressive and then obviously being active with the hands, tracing that ball so you can come up with deflections that may lead to steals.
Thompson is out there with Cannon. Then it's Dub. Then there's Grant. And it's Aldemir in at the power forward position. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, it is hard to question that Patty Mills was instrumental in the Spurs title run. Getting in the best shape of his life was the key to his breakout season. As Coach Popovich said, he was a little fatty. He had too much junk in the trunk. He came back svelte and cut and understood you have to make better decisions. Point guard type decisions. Kevin?
Pop never wanted to hide his feelings, Doris. Thank you.
Well, Spurs head coach Greg Popovich is so smart, a former foreign intelligence officer during the Cold War. If he's tight-lipped with the media, maybe that's the reason why.
The 76ers making a switch here. Here's Okafor, looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Stauskas. To halt the run. Offensive rebound. Tries again. That's good. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Spurs leading by 7. And Popovich back in the 70s toured Eastern Europe and the Soviet Union with the U.S. Armed Forces team. He speaks Serbian and Russian.
Yeah, you know, no surprise that, Kevin, given his experience abroad, that he helped make the Spurs some real trendsetters as far as international scouting.
Now Grant. Diaw missing on the 3. Grant kicks to Roten. The dish now to Okafor. 6 to shoot. Shot is off. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. West with the ball. Now Okafor defending. From beyond the arc. West misses. The 76ers trail by 7. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Mills with it. He dishes it to Anderson. Jacks up a 3. Okafor grabs the miss. Here's Roten. Grant the pass to Stauskas. Anderson with the block. He feeds it to Diaw. Back to Anderson. Spurs passing it around. Diaw dishes to Anderson. Another shot. West. And here's Mills for 3. The shot's good on the assist by West. Mills has got his second bucket tonight.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys, and the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Well, for Tim Duncan and the Spurs, an incredible legacy of dominance. In his 17 years in the league, the Spurs have never won less than 61% of their games. Not to mention, of course, 5 finals appearances and 4 NBA championships.
And that one's good.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Ginobili kicks to Anderson. It's West with the drive. From 11 feet away, there's the bucket good. West has got his first bucket in this one. The 76ers trail by 8. Roten kicks to Stauskas. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. Releases again, Philadelphia.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Mills passes to West. Here's Mills. He has 6. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Here's Covington. Banked in off the glass. Okafor's got 8 here in the quarter.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Now, here's Marshall. There's 47 seconds left now here in the second. Shot clock at 6. There's Noel, and he dunks it down. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, you know what,
he's
Kevin?
disgusted.
Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Here's Marshall after David West's bucket. And here is Marshall. And here's Anderson for 3. And that one's good. Anderson's got 6.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Here's Kanan. And he gets it to go.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
That's good. And that concludes the first half. Spurs lead by 7. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Tim, in looking at that first half, what sort of adjustments are necessary as you guys prepare to take the floor after the break?
Just refocus of energy at halftime, come out a little more focused and understanding what we got to do to finish this game.
Tim, we appreciate the time as always. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball shortly. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Without question, Tony Roten displaying his skills. Today.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Parker in at the 1. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, the Sixers going young, and Coach Brett Brown explained their philosophy, saying, we try to highlight athletes and length. At this stage, we're trying to grow a blue-collar, hard-nosed defensive program. We take those athletes, put them in a defensive system, and get them playing in the open court. That's the flavor of what we're trying to do. Kevin, back to you.
Putting those young legs to use, Doris. Thanks. Now, here's Noel. Tony Roten missing his last shot. Noel dishes to Roten. Okafor inside. Aldridge is covering, and it's Okafor missing.
3 straight misses here to start the second half. You know, it was really a tumultuous season for the Sixers last year, and one of the things they tried to get done was to get their young guys to understand what it takes to win at this level. It's a hard learning curve when you've got to play teams from the Western Conference.
Well, the West can be relentless, Steve, and they didn't let up on Philly. Just 5 wins in 30 games against the Western Conference last year.
You know, so much of it has to do with their young roster and their defensive struggles. And I'll tell you what, when you can't defend inside against most West teams, you're going to get eaten alive in this game.
Boy, a sluggish, muddy start to the second half. Still scoreless.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Leonard attacking, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. That is good, and the Spurs lead is get down to 9 in the bucket from Noel.
Well, he's really stood out for his club today. Even though they're struggling a little bit, he's doing his part.
Aldridge against Okafor. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Well, he won that battle, and in general, they're winning most of the battles tonight.
Well, those are some very easy points if you can get them.
Well, and like Clark said, they have been getting them, not necessarily all on putback dunks, but a lot of second chance opportunities. His shooting has been so good today, he may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Okafor with the steal. Now here's Roden. 12 points for him. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Sixers head coach Brett Brown used to coach in the Australian League, also the former head coach of the Australian national team, so a wealth of experience in international basketball.
Here's Covington, rips down the breakaway slam.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Grant, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Jackson comes in for Roden. Here's Green. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. And that's now 9 points for Leonard.
Gotta love the inside-out game there, guys.
The drive by Jackson.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
And the dunk by Aldridge. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Now, here's Grant. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 6 to shoot. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Noel.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Aldridge, wide open, he fires. And the Spurs scoring again.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket, for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor there.
And the 76ers call time here.
The Spurs were able to take the top seed in the West once again and set themselves up for yet another deep playoff run.
Isaiah Cannon, he's checked in for Noel. .132 left to play in the third. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
As you said, the Spurs were the top seed coming into the playoffs and in the West, but they were pushed to the limit early by Dallas before cruising to the NBA Finals. And I can go back a number of years where the #1 seed has had a tough time in its first round matchup only to get to the NBA Finals and in some cases win it.
There's Parker with the three. No good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
But the margin of error is hissing.
Well, yeah, there's not much margin at all, Clark. They can't afford to waste any more possessions.
Here's Kanan. He's got 6. 6 to shoot. Parker with the steal. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Green with the ball.
We've seen LaMarcus Aldridge getting it done.
12 points and a block.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate the all-around effort that he's put in here today.
The numbers tell the story, Steve. He is filling up just about every column of that box sheet.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And for the Spurs in their run to yet another NBA title, they didn't seem to have any weakness in Clark, any facet of their game.
And, you know, a little bit of that was overlooked, I thought, Kevin, heading into the final series against Miami, but certainly not afterward. One of the things that so impressed me was the depth, the quality of play that the Spurs got from everybody that Greg Popovich called on. And that really was the difference. They had 8, 9 guys playing at a high level when Miami only had 1 or 2 guys most nights.
That's a great thought. Here's Aldemir. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. It's Jackson with the drive. From down in the low post, it goes. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one. Spurs leading by 12. Dishes to Leonard. Fires for 3. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 6 assists now in the game. Here's Kanan. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
And so Cannon nails both of them. Six seconds left to play here in the third. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from Leonard.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assists like the one we just saw.
The 76ers trail by 13. We've got Kendall Marshall. Noel is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Okafor in at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
Well, Nerlens Noel's rookie season, essentially a medical redshirt. He recovered from ACL surgery in early 2013, so this will be his true rookie season.
The 76ers making a switch here. Stauskas is checked in. And Nerlens Noel projected as a #1 draft pick based on his defensive impact as a freshman Clark at Kentucky, but the knee injury dropped him to #6.
Yeah, you're drafting that high. General manager's looking for an immediate impact player in the draft. Concerns about that knee and his slight build caused him to slide, but if he gets healthy and adds some weight to that frame, I think he could be a real presence defensively.
Here's Roten after David West's bucket. Stauskas, the pass to Roten. And that one's good. Spurs leading by 11. And Anderson kicks to Mills. Ginobili dishes to Diaw. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. That's good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now, here's Roten. Here's Stauskas. Kicks it to Roten from outside the arc. It's rebounded by West. West has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
That's good.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
Kept alive, Okafor. West with the block. Here's Stauskas. No good with the triple. The Spurs have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Shots good by Mills. Mills has got 7 now in this quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
Here is Anderson, following the basket by Tony Roten. Diaw can't hit. The 76ers trail by 16. Roten, the pass to Stauskas. And the 3-ball is good.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
It's Ginobili with the drive. And David West, the bucket on the assist by Ginobili. And that's 10 points for David West.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Now here's Roten, covered by Mills. Here's Noel. San Antonio with the rebound. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Now the 76ers on the break. Stauskas with the bucket. Stauskas has got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, the Sixers, quite honestly, since 2003 have been a team stuck on that treadmill of mediocrity, never winning more than 43 games. You know, last season the organization finally committed to a full overhaul and rebuild.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Simmons is checked in, and it's Jimmer Fredette in for Manu Ginobili. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Here's Roten after David West's bucket. Now Roten.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
The pass to McCallum. The feed now to Diaw. And stolen by Roten. They break it out 5-on-3. Pass to Stauskas for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And the Sixers rebuild really started in earnest during the 2013 draft when they traded away their all-star point guard Drew Holiday to New Orleans for 2 separate first-round picks. A defining move, I think, to strategically weaken the team while acquiring assets.
Now here's Roten. Here's Covington. That's good.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Roten with it. Fredette picks him up. Roten kicks to Okafor. West with the block. And he's able to get it back. Roten, the pass to Stauskas. The second chance effort. Roten, no good.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
The clock ticks down, and this is going to be a solid victory here for the Spurs.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for LaMarcus Aldridge. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected energy into every play that was made out there.
Just absolute domination in this one for Noel. 12 points and also an assist. This game is all about him right now.
He is in full domination mode, guys.
You know, the Spurs, because of their way of conducting business and their low-key personality, have never really been ratings darlings for the NBA, despite being considered and respected as a model franchise in the league. The team's color of silver and black, I think, fits their style. It's not really flashy or gaudy, but it does point out their business-like approach and how precise they play and how much they win.
The defense sagged off, and, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that three.
Dion and slammed in for two.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
Here's McCallum. In the corner, it's Fredette. Feeds to Mills. He kicks to Diaw. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Spurs lead by 15.
Well, the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way their home team played here today.
And they shouldn't be pleased. I mean, it's a very well-deserved win, Steve. They came into this building and weren't intimidated at all. They were the aggressors.
None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They put on a show tonight.
Well, LaMarcus, a fine performance for you individually, and it certainly seemed like this team was working well together. What was the key to that?
We played defense. I thought in the second half, our defense was a whole lot better. I thought, I played well up there too. So, I just went to work tonight.
LaMarcus, great job. Guys, back to you.
Doris, think